Bows and a stun to work with.
Trying to take these fights as well, straight up here. Flashes into your face. Jonah P is able to just at least hold that crossfire setup. No pressure coming out. Salvos lay it down onto the floor. Gen.G now looking to contact their way through this scenario. And the refight called for. G2, they want to try and take the fight straight to them anyway, before they can even escape.
A beautiful pistol round there from immediately history not repeating itself.
This could be dangerous though for Jorgamo. He's out into the open here and he needs some help. Or does he?
Spike down A.
Target-rich environment.
Enemy remaining.
And he flourishes with the rest of his team by his side.
That's very
G2 getting a win nice and early here onto Lotus. He's going to be setting them up cleanly, but okay, that's a nice little scene. Here's the Paranoia. He's going to sweep through, dividing up most of the side here. Double drop down into pit. They're going to try and combine their might and their util, looking for the kills, but the crossfires immaculate from Gen.G. Coverage on. And yeah, this time G2 learning their lesson. I mean, Jorgamo could take the contact if he wanted to. That is aggressive, Caron.
That's what Karen tried to do in the previous side of this door.
Prowler not connecting onto much. Lurk timing for texture, seeking to take it, but three players, watchful eyes from G2, and Valorant even getting one, and the exit. That is monumental. Gen.G going to be left scrambling here. Just Ash and Munchkin left alive, and risks to be taken. They want to stand a chance of winning this round. Munchkin going for a pick off out towards spawn, but it's all watched for. Safe hands from G2, that discipline. It's always going to rear through. Flawless.
Necessary risk had to be taken there with such a player disadvantage. Can be at its most deadly.
Doors opened up though. This is going to be putting Jorgamo under scrutiny. Can he deliver? Was it ever in doubt? It's two ripped array at a moment's notice. Sight's still going to be gained though. He's got no sound cues to work with. Still going to be TPing back and evacuating. Now with the dimensional drifting, and even catching that late lurk. Foxy9, there would be no backup policy. Gen.G are the ones who are left scrambling, picking up the pieces of the round and just dying straight away. Sees the deep drone from Trent Pryor. Here comes the hit coming through. Not shying away from investing the ult, so the knife falls in. And here it is, bodies collapsing onto the floor. Gen.G, it's a bloodbath!
Last player standing.
Landed them here into this lower bracket.
But this is the round they took the timeout for, Brent.
And it needs to come up with a good here and now, trying to face it, doubling up as that wall drops down. And there it is, Munchkin and Caron happy to collect.
Going to be looking to try to take risks.
Yeah, business is booming. Their money almost capped out. If you look at the kills, a lot of noise made. Valent's already got the one. Anticipating that
Munchkin knows the plan.
You have to He's taken out. It's a 2v2 in the blink of an eye. Thorns deaded. Anything to slow down the approach, the onslaught. The G2 are delivering. Rapid run around. G2 looking to group up. Hit the switch. Moving around. There's a smoke into your face now, and you're going to have to call this timing well. It's disjointed from G2, and Karen's got his eye on it. Watch for one at that. Not to be outdone. Playing further back positions here. Gen.G do not want to throw this advantage whatsoever. Weaving in and out, trying to ping pong here, but the time is ticking, and now it's ran out. Valin, no more chances. You can at least bring Karen down to the grave with you.
That's actually really important.
Wall up, wall down. There's a timing here that Gen.G looking to utilize, and there's the Prowler connection. Still Leaf gets one. It's traded, showstopper not expended, but there it is. Collapses onto the floor, Jorgamo from the high ground. It's the operator looking to get value, looking to get a few more. Running it down to the side, the extremities are getting cleared up, but Jorgamo counted for. Taken out, it's a 2v2. G2 versus Gen.G Valin. Trying to clear, trying to be diligent. Blinding. Paranoia sweeps, no connection onto Caron. He's still going to see this one open. Sighted. Ash is seeing it, takes the connection. Knows that he's off of it for now, but the C's did not connect. Smoke's going to be blossoming, blooming, covering the intent of G2, and they cannot be denied. For now, but looking to explode potentially into blue room. And there it is, it's a Visalt.
They're tucking in close with classics and
Here
shorties.
it is, it's the pistols that have to do the work here. Jorgamo, he's running hot on your heels, shorty in hand from that kind of range. He's done the damage, but not quite the kill. Jonah P looking to redeem, and he has indeed shut down the kill. What a shot to find, leaves it down to Ash, and he's on double digits. There's no chance in hell he can make it out of that spot. 7.
More likely to find success.
Footsteps already crossed past, but unanticipated that Jorgamo would be there. To Nightfall now, scatters across. Out of Paranoia, Go button's going to be called for here by G2. They want to try and make a go of it. It's good with the positioning still. Ash is doing tremendous damage and tremendous work. Jorgamo, let's try and clear up that upper area, but the site is kind of flipped over. Gen.G, holy! Jorgamo just locking on. One to stun. Karon! 3 bullets left and just swarm just in time.
G2 again. Just box Gen.G into the site in this game.
Looking out of it. Completely out of it with no real chance here. This is unbelievable.
Oh, Jorg is looking great with the op.
The impetus is on him. Someone needs to step up and maybe get the ball rolling to get any sort of round they can as the timing is caught. Foxy9 can't get more for his troubles, but maybe one is enough. Still, Munchkin also going walkabouts. Paranoia connects. All up, it's going to be saved by him. Nightfall committed. G2 are just looking for info.
Yeah, that's just for information. Now, they've only caught 2, but the sound cues,
walking around.
A little bit
Spike
oblivious, and the
down
spike
A.
dropped in no man's land. This is all going to be on Karon.
Karon even being spotted out. Beautiful correction. Leaf was just out into the open there, but watching onto every other avenue, G2 are not letting anything else slip.
He has the ult for the spike. It is possible here.
Pick up the spike here. It's going to be a risky plan, though. They're already on
10
him.
seconds left.
Straight onto the site. Gonna start to play this one all together now. Wide swing, wide face. Valorant is feeling himself.
Finding out the Munchkin is over here.
They're all over the place. Making good usage of the fade. Hello, okay. One of the first kills going away for Gen.G now. Valen gone. We'll see how the rest of G2 end up playing this one. That's a tag through the wall.
That's crazy.
Jorg is not missing. He's everywhere at once. The TP took him out into the open, almost died for it. But did he anticipate Trent? He's tucked close and tight. He's a few more, but a spam. Raw bullets coming his way. There's a lot of teams coming for him, yet still he perseveres and reigns supreme. Munchkin scrambling left and right. Dimensional drift spotted, he can see it on the HUD, and Leaf just plucks him out of the picture. It's it. Smoke's barely available to him, he's just got to try and scurry towards the back, but again, Salvador at your feet. Thorns in front, needs to step up and try and take this fight straight to them. Blind as anything, still manages to grab one, but look at G2 already just getting into all the cracks in the defense. Any sort of gap whatsoever, but listen, that's a double fight that Jorgamo was taking, and he didn't have a teammate to help him.
So a chance here for Gen.G. 2 players controlling spawn and 2 players on the flank. Leaf could easily get caught out.
Player advantage for Gen.G. As you mentioned, Leaf could definitely get caught out, but he's positioned himself well indeed. It's the first one, still fights happening on multiple avenues, multiple fronts. G2 filling up the feed and getting the better of it for now, but it's still that 2v2 and the damage done. There's no way! They're so damn low. There's still a chance for texture. It's not planted for these G2 players. They're going to have to get a bit of a run on. First one's a good connection, brings it into the 1v1. Texture delivers.
He had to turn up. He had to deliver. And he needs the force and lose. Gen.G are starting to build up some momentum. If you ignore the force, you're doing all right.
Yeah. Trying to play the long con with the money, and okay, pistols in hand, actually still getting some value from it, even dinking Ash, bringing him straight down, Jorgamo over there with a follow-up.
They haven't even forced it.
He's hoping the rest of his team, I think, can try and push him into him potentially here. Orbs are going to be propped up here, and his timing's okay. Foxy9, and a watchful eye onto that one then. Good connection with the flash, and a bit of damage with the chip. Trent has got to try and do it now with a classic. And the weaponry finally gets the advantage that Gen.G were looking for.
And not too bad overall, actually. Munchkin and Foxy can still keep their full armor. And so, while it looked like a very dangerous situation in the 3v3, Gen.G have managed to...
And a Prowler sends out that Paranoia. Just a clone, and Texture's watching.
You need this guy to activate. Just watch Texture's ult here. They're going to try to push into him. A lot of pressure.
Salvos, this is actually disconnected. Ah, she still gets 2. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. He was pushed into a really difficult spot, yet still Trent is getting that value. Round towards the pillar. Texture has to be the difference maker, and is. Gains some side control, leaves it into just Jonah P. And he's not much for them. Gen.G walk all over the site.
Story here, though, at the beginning of this second half, is that Texture is now on Nightfall gained. Jorg, if he gets a kill, has the Yoru ult.
Full util dump. Foxy9 squares up. Being challenged, that's the util. The TP forwards, the wall's going to be deaded on top of it. There's 2 players all the way in, but they're looking left, right, all over the place still. Up and over towards the wall. Leaf was able to...
How do you work a play here?
30
I don't even
seconds
know.
If you're
left.
G2.
They're waiting for the smoke time is for one. Propped up, now trying to take the fight. Ash!
Spike
It's
down,
monstrous.
C.
Huge performance, timing taken, and the Prowler just misses it for Texture. On the high ground. It's in, breaking blue room, gives him access towards it. It's going to go for the B-split. Cheeky idea, Nightfall now, cutting away the sound cues, and yeah, no anticipation. As you mentioned, they cooked it up, they combined it up. The ults getting tremendous value.
And the Tejo getting tremendous value to knock through that door and allow a safe path for Jorg.
Very cool opening idea by G2. They need another layer to this one. Gotta watch for it. On top of the box, that's an angle that is hard to get onto. Texture is punished for it. Trying to peek past it. 2 plays up towards heaven. Gen.G to make a go for it. It's a 3-2-1 in the swing, but right through the smokes. It's a hard fight to win. 11 rounds now. The round's already begun. Seeing emphasis placed over towards C. Now, Texture, finally.
Spike down, C.
Business. Yeah, with the wall. Munchkin get a quick punish off. They try and jump spot this one. They're going to hear it walking, and Munchkin! It's beautiful work.
Down, B.
Astounding stuff from the IGL.
1 enemy remaining.
And G2 are just dropping like flies. Leading out a ton of util from these G2 players. Does he have a backup policy?
I mean, he could
Has he got
escape.
exit? It's Foxy9! That's the bloody policy! Looking for even more up and over. Still they're cleaned up. And this, against the G2 with not too many guns, upgrades are going to be acquired off of that.
Yeah, Karen didn't want to teleport away because he would have abandoned Foxy9, and in the end they go 2 for 2. Munchkin gets in to reinforce, but he takes a fight.
He's gone.
Cover going out.
And this is the
3v2.
opening, this is the window, this is the kind of mistake you cannot make.
Dire straights here for Gen.G. Pit now swarming out wide. It's a poison that's going to be spreading. Ash trying to go for a bit of random spam, see if he can collect these kills, but there we go, C's and a nade, and Valorant is no more, still the pit remains. Defensive wall is propped up here, and these G2 players are going to try and make the most of it. Ring around the rosies, operator in your hand, on top of it! And Ash, left reeling, left wondering, he has played it well, trying to pick up some sort of rifle. Leaf in front of him, it is a game of those timings, Leaf! It takes, and this is it, the brawl called for. Sees connects though, Jorg, Mo attacks out with the operator, and that is not expected.
Be the playmaker.
Trying to make something happen for the rest of the team. More for the exit, salvos towards the back. Foxy9!
Crazy.
Just trying to play and overstay.
Completely flushed out by one salvo there.
This is methodical. It's G2 dissecting the map up now. Armageddon rolls it out, TP into the back from Valorant as well, full access. Munchkin, he's already rolled away forward, trying to take that timing, trying to take it well, goddamn man! If they needed him, he showed up and put up here, and it's a pivot for B. G2 call for the pause, but 30 seconds remaining, and heads are being popped straight through the wall, damage being done. It's G2, tepid, trying to bait these fights out, it's a triple face in the end, and one player left to do it all, Charon, TP, throwing mind games into the mix, expecting potentially the pivot over towards A. But the plan is stuck now. G2 get into this one. Jonah P and Leaf to lock up this map. And 1 kill is all it takes. Lotus! Waiting for their time to strike.
Munchkin walking up, clearing Trent's position.
Oh my goodness!
Going for the right click.
Yeah.
That's
We'll see if it's Gen.G to get put into the blender through the smoke. In through short, double up with the crossfire. There's a lot that needs to be dealt with. Util flying forwards, and so are the bullets. Gen.G are not going to be denied this chance. Grabbing access to the A site, grabbing a plan indeed, and Jorgamo, despite the incredible form he's been in, this would have to be an absolute world-class miracle. He's brought it into 1v3, but they know his location. And Texture is even wrapping behind. Ash and Charon looking to double up here. A lot to clear if your Jorg flash overhead. It's going to signal that things are to come, and Jorgamo is going to be dropped. Pistol round win for Gen.
only bringing pistols into this round, which against a team that can force quite a lot.
I was about to mention it, that deep A lobby control. G2 are walking all the way up, but it was watched for.
Yeah, I mean, Munchkin's just spamming into the smoke, isn't it?
Yeah. Jonah P handed the perfect line, but a double face in the end. There's too much to overcome, so Gen.G now turn up the pace a little bit. Starting to get a bit of a move on. Leaf looking for a timing of his own. Rooted into the back of the site, trying to take a timing past his util. He's just spotted the bodies out, but Foxy9 will be the savior. This should just be closed shut case for Gen.G.
To Valin. So an ult orb denied.
At least meeting them, two of them facing, and are they going to be expecting this? They didn't see it in the last round. Here it is, glide to the side, taking that fight out. Why? Jorgamo, only the one.
He does well to get one. A full retake.
Didn't connect. Leaf has been inserted though. Deeper position indeed. That's a critical one. We've cleared up A short now. A lot of the bite out of this A hit is going to be removed, and Snake Bite just forcing the issue. Texture could have gone backwards, but instead chose to take the fight. On the line, I think, to try and stand a chance for this one. The Haunt barely broken. Ash is going to be connected, rooted down into the spot, but no one's watching! Oh my! Two dropped in the blink of an eye, but still all managed in the end by G2.
Got dangerous there for a moment though, didn't it? An opportunity for Gen.G to win. G2 maintaining
into garage wall, still up in Jorgamo walkabouts once more. So many players waiting on the other side! And the timing just not, Core4 suppose, just not ready for it. J.P was in control of the wall in that spot, and that means the go button called for. Gen.G are forwards, Trent not accounted for. Still, onto the high ground, Caron sets himself up and sets his team up nicely, but the Snake Bite is going to be putting a pause to the plans. Gen.G have got to get a few more bodies in here because G2 have them surrounded. Still that high ground angle. Caron getting amazing value, but here's G2. From all sides of things, they come out swinging. Foxy9 in a 1v2. Damage done to J.P. A bullet to the chest will do him in. The spike is retrievable, but only 14 seconds to work with the time pressure. He's going to have to commit to the B plant. J.P. isolated, but the timing gets the worst of it. J.P. gives it.
Gen.G as they're trying to get the spike down.
Spam offered up on either way. Trent gets the better of it. Now in that deep C position, Jorgamo cemented. That's going to be pivotal when this hit starts to come through. Leaf is just raring to go, man. He's just spamming through the smoke, trying to take that timing past them. And he's still not to be dissuaded. Sticks around and plays his life. Jorgamo now going to be taking a peek of his own. Fights to be taken on every single angle. Crunching Gen.G in their space. Haunt breaks it. It's going to reveal it. Inserted himself there into A long, and Munchkin's gone. Jorgamo.
They've got such great game plans for dealing with this. They know exactly how Gen.G are playing.
And they're just drawing the blood out of these Gen.G bodies.
Months now, actually, with different variations of these compositions, on Munchkin being able to crack open A on his own.
God.
And G2 are hyper aware of it. They
into the smoke, trying to body block Texture. It's going to be collided there, at least with the Nightfall. It's going to be scattering forwards. Caron. What the hell has he got there? Texture eliminating, trying to eviscerate a bit more, yet he's put down entirely.
Sova ult.
Leaf sticking, Sova only to get value, is half onto the defuse already, and Trent is taken out. Munchkin delivering a death blow. 2 for it. Leaf has earned himself win cons potentially, but time is ticking in a 1v3. Good luck to you.
This is
up onto the edge. Doesn't stick it, he's looking for the fight, and Munchkin.
Nasty stuff on Lotus.
Yeah, phenomenal work. Has to take the timing a bit more passive though, because Texture lays down it, but it's just a half clearance. In for a short, deals with him. Shorty in the back pocket.
And then set up by Fade Utility to re-clear and get onto an angle.
Posted back up, trying to take that swing. That's Valin going down though. This should be the C side cracked open.
Enormous impact kill from Foxy9 on the entry. And they have Munchkin's ult to be able to work with.
Viper's Pit even being committed. Thorns to tangle them up. Leaf wants to try and take this fight forwards! When it just reduced down to the side arms. Even expecting where Caron could be, Leaf is just absolutely monstrous. Munchkin still alive. Pit will remain, but for how much longer? Not at all! But they're just struggling to deal with the setup defensively. Munchkin though, that's a critical kill.
What a shot.
The drone even spotting it off into the corner. Leaf will have to get the hell out of there. Munchkin walking around. Even Trent himself just... No, Yuto used to clear that one. This is a game of timings that Munchkin has one out, finally.
The spike drop though, the spike dropped in window.
What is occurring there?
Ash in a really exposed position, and that's going to slow everything down, but I don't think G2 are going to have the timing to be able to get back into A before the plant comes down. No. Problem is, Leaf's just really far back.
4v3. Just walking straight into it. That operator has exchanged hands, and this time, G2 feeling the ire of it. Texture, it's no slouch.
He almost missed the timing, but hits the quick scope.
The P's in though. Past this one. A lot of angles to account for, though. He needs some backing from Leaf, and they go for the 3-2-1 swing. Good movement from Karon. Almost went wrong for...
It looks like they're going to pop.
If they're going to be, they're going to be troubled. I think Jorgamo is close to the corner. Nice and tight. Great trade by Ash. Maybe missed the timing on it.
Yeah, he missed the timing on that one quite badly.
And through the back, though, they knew that position was accounted for, so Karon's going to be taken out. Still a 3v3 G2. Making a move on now. Time's ticking. So is the spike TP up towards our top, trying to offset this one. Great movement. Foxy9 still alive, playing his life. Dart towards the side. Ash tries to avoid capture. It's a gun that needs to be picked up, but they realize it's action from Gen.G. They want to go fast. They're going to be contending with all that Vice util. Well, not anymore. Leaf's gone. All going to be quite useless onto the side here. Another timing to be taken by Jorgamo. He's inside the smoke, and he might be inside their heads. Going for it, trying to reset that one. It's a flood attempt, G2. Already in through the back and clearing out the site.
Spike down A.
They're just ridiculous on these eco rounds. Jorg pulled all of the pressure towards him, and Foxy9's got it all to do.
That rifle still snaps towards it, has the angles, finds the kills. Into the 1v1, Jonah P doesn't know where he is. Tap, trying to bring him out into the open. But the timing missed one. From the Prowler.
10 seconds until a haunt as well.
Pressure in through Garage, that's a kill onto Leaf, and that might just change the game plan entirely. They were looking to go in a different direction, Jorgamo.
What a shot.
Gives them second thoughts.
30 seconds left.
Pins Munchkin to the wall with that one. They still want to go forwards, and now moving into Peters. 25 seconds left into this round.
But no Vice Wall.
Moving forwards now. The stun onto the left side. Holding your ground down, Jonah P! Wrangles controlling the rifle. And the dreams and hopes of Gen.G are scattered to the wind here.
10 seconds left.
Playing with them.
Walking down mid now.
They're going to beat it. It's a clash of the players, and the bloodbath is called for here with a paranoia sweeping forwards. Trent snaps forwards and Munchkin! The bullets the entire clip emptied out and damaged them. Finally a kill claimed. It's 3 for him.
But look at Jonah P. Again, he's managed to work his way through.
There's
no way he's expected.
And the damage done. His players are weakened. Karon snaps 180. Keeps the hopes up and keeps the dream alive of a pistol round. Win the timing. Trent out to the smoke, and it's a guessing game for where this last player could be here. Looking for it, and he's just missed it. Ash and Karon combine their might towards the end here. A pistol. Wall in your face makes this a difficult angle, yet okay, you can take the pot shots. Shooting fish.
So I think when Gen.G are on the defense side.
Util overhead. You're gonna hear this one with the TP forwards, and they're taking a peek. It's a fake and a bait, yet still Texture has that composure. Shuts down 2 of the players. Waiting for it, Leaf is answered. Drop dead in his sights, Karon. He's got a full lock now onto the side, and Ash gets the follow-up here. Flawless for them. Slightest of angles, and he will need to respect that now. Bullets flying forwards, breaking a portion of it. High ground, Karon.
Good awareness from Leaf.
And he's knocked. Forwards though, Horn needs to be broken. Kills. Potential for it with the Bulldog though, it's not the weapon of choice. The still a blood attempt is called for. Gen.G trying to get themselves in there with bodies. And more Ash! Second guesses it, finally catches on to it.
Trent.
Spike planted.
Latches to the corner, what a shot down from Ash! He's brought them a win con, he's brought them a chance here. And it brought them into the 2v2, the drone just spotting it. Tight to the corner, Leaf will have to reposition. Close together now, Texture, Ash move together as a unit, as one. Ash cannot do it all. Prowler missed. G2 aren't grouping up though. Texture. This is time in the sun there, but shut down.
There.
Jorgamo removes him. Llama broken, and now with the util sailing up and overhead, it's all going to be on Foxy9. Feels like a hit, and it will be a hit. Foxy9, how the hell do you overcome all of this one here? Still TP forwards, no trade there eventually. Jonah P, it's labored in the process, but a haunt and a beak is picture perfect from Trent.
That's an amazing play from Trent on his own. G2 have managed to get themselves in onto the site. I don't see a way back in for Gen.G.
2v4 Ash is alone doing this. Munchkin, other end of the map. Just going to make a go. Anticipating.
What a freebie.
In the trade. Yeah, it is a free kill. Bit of posturing from G2. They don't see too many signs of life, but walking up here. God, and that's just the Sheriff diff.
Oh, what a...
Here. Dodge the flash, Nightfall though. He's going to have everything cut away. Got to rely on the raw aim. Got to rely on the mechanics. It's just the one. Foxy9 inserted. Sees them, but just misses it with a crosshair placement. G2 All the way through, Valent's clearing close. Foxy9, he's missed the timing. He's trying to get close up forwards into them. He's catched it. Tries down by the ankle. Traces it out anyway to flood in. Gen.G trying to get a move on. They're being shut down entirely.
Spike down.
Door slammed in their face, but there's no time left. And they're going to collect these kills. Is there time to plant? In here, things happening. Trying to follow up forwards here. This is Foxy9 playing once more inside that smoke, but he's vulnerable. Nana Swarm, there's a judge in his hands, and he still gets the better of it. Picks up the gun. An evacuation called for G2.
The whole game plan there was just to try to spam off Jorgamo's information. Munchkin, he took a ton of damage, but now they're going back into Caron.
Caron, hard committed. Repositions Paranoia with a jump spot. Not to be outdone.
Feels rushed at this point from G2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit tilted, perhaps.
Gen.G making him work for every inch of space. Caron! He's monstrous right now. Doesn't want to be removed. He's a line of defense for this team, and as much as you want to bait those shots out, you're not getting squat.
Over towards A at all.
Exploring for Foxy9. Will he catch the kill? Yes, he will. Jorgamo's done. Finished off here. G2 going to try and get a move on now. Bodies potentially falling. It's running and gunning from Valorant. He's just trying to claim any sort of space. Munchkin dominating. Reign supreme onto the site. You're getting a mad dash and a scurry, but Ash is going to be waiting for you. The time's not even barely there. It's knives out for Jonah. And no chance now for G2 to get this kill onto Jonah P. Surely hearing the Util now sailing up and overhead. Jonah P, he's finished. And here it is. Stun ricocheting back and forth. Reinforcements here. They've arrived in time with the texture we've been needing. Caron delivering death blow after death blow. G2, 20 seconds to work with here. They call for the pause and the hesitation here. This discipline at work, G2. They spot it, the last remaining player, Ash. He's left reeling, backing away. 15 seconds, and it's time enough to get the plant.
10 seconds left.
Deep position, and forward is Leaf. There was a chance there for Ash, but now down to just Texture. Spotting out the one. Was he expected? Damage done. Trent was low enough, and it's not planted.
It's a horrible plant.
Not planted for Leaf whatsoever.
Patience.
Patience. Leaf is not budging. He calls the bluff entirely. Another tap. Texture! With the movement, he still can't claim the kill. One more for good luck, but he needs to hunt down Leaf, and Leaf sees that it's not being stuck. He finds the timing again. Texture is being toyed with. Leaf has had it for breakfast. What a... Util is used. Munchkin even with a pit here. Texture, he's got the operator to work with here. G2 flooding in, fast and loose. It's risky business. Risky business sometimes pays off, but Gen.G finally getting bodies into the site. The defense intact. Jumping, peeking, trying to bait for one another. One left to stand up. Texture. Flash in your face and a peek. That is disgusting work.
He's so fast.
G2 are still sticking 2 players onto the side. It's up to Valin, Jorgamo. Can they deliver any sort of kills inside the wall? There's a timing with the dart. It's a great tag. Jorgamo, he's gone. To the dust and to the mud with him. Valin has to be that next player in, but perfectly baited once more. And there's that wall, smoked up, facing it up. Every single player from Gen.G. To try and bring this to OT. Gen.G more than in the driving seat. Taking a fight forwards, and there's that stinger. Can't hold a candle, not against the rifle in the hands of Caron.
And this looks scrambled from G2. They can't exactly figure out where they want to go. They're threatening like it could be a C split and looking for the B pop. All on Munchkin, no snake bite.
All in your face inside the smoke. He wants to dominate this angle nice and early. It's going to be dropping down, faced with multitude. It's evened out and traded out, but still that player advantage is there.
He legged
Texture, legged it, damage done, but he's out to the side and he's looking all over the bloody place. He needs help and he needs a bailout. Foxy9 just can't wrangle it. Leaves it to Leaf though in a 1v2 and Gen.G. This is it, the impetus, the moment, the turning point. It's theirs, and well bloody earned. Ground angles unaccounted for, and Texture trying to lock down and hold down that sightline angle as the dart towards the back and inside the smoke. Obfuscated enough to pick that player out of the picture. Caron is no more but Texture. Next to step up, holding his ground down. Here's the jump down. There's G2 just trying to play these players in. Heavy-handed swings, Textures making the most of it. Jorgamo with the wall. There needs to be that follow-up up and over towards the top. No accounting for it. No half-earned time ticking away. Leaf is going to get a move on. And it's all Gen.G. Another pistol round. Add it to the tally, add it to the spreadsheet, call it whatever you want, but that is once more carrying
On the other. This time though on the eco, they're trying to get in to flood defend before Gen.G are here.
just popping out.
Placing swamp grenade.
Shoulder sticking out of the smoke. Shock dart. Hello, Foxy9. Down and out here. Ash going to go for an attempt to stick this. Reclaiming the gun too. Texture's going to be picking that one up. Well, he's swapping it around. We see it now, Dart lay it down, but players are starting to get themselves in. Classics in hand, and that's just it to work with, but G2 done more with less somehow. We see them now just trying to get a move on, fighting into this one, but entrenched positions into the 1v2 for Trent, and he's just left guessing where this play could be. Hold on, it's a 1v1, him versus Ash! Can't connect, can't lock onto it. Top of it. G just choosing to expend it. Plant down just yet, and watching for the peek up top. Munchkin's head rolls off the shoulders there.
Leaf fast on the flank. It would be only Texture capable of taking a shot.
The Stingers, Gen.G are forced to opt into the site. They have to hold this one. Close quarters is the combat. That's what's going to be suited towards them. Lidding up these players though. Texture can't stand up against that much. Still the pressure's there with the outlaw in hand. He's got it straight into the back of Ash. Charon, not long for the world, is he?
So very clean, and not really finding the value that they were looking for from that Hunter's Fury denied plant.
G2 is going to be giving them that space. Gen.G absorbing most of it. Hunter's Fury to try and deny, but Texture is up towards the top there. In through the rafters, and a kill found and claimed. Foxy9.
It's only Valen who wouldn't be able to buy if they went for this. I think the damage to Gen.G's economy is more important.
Well,
but G2 choosing...
Getting the info though. Texture. Got anything to get the hell out of here? There's a lot of damage. There's those shockies.
Oh, that is so nice.
Putting in the work. The push from coming through from G2, but did they expect this one? Valen's already in, and he might have just spotted it. I think pings, yep. Spam up towards the top of it. In through 410, and Foxy9 is gone. Straight back to the dust here. Gen.G, no! Answering back with a few of their own. Charon finally taken out, but backing away. Leaf earns up towards the ult, but he's got two players to deal with, and you do not want to expend it in this situation. He's got to try and lurk and find the positions, running side to side. He doesn't know where the last is. There's a wall. Isolates the fight, but is there time?
Not a chance.
Come back up.
Toxins going up.
Wall to feign like they could be going over towards A, and there's that exploration, but Ash one step ahead. Smoke just barely blooming out towards the back there, claiming these kills, racking them up. The feed that is filled up with red.
Spike planted.
And also, Texture is online right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And that just hasn't really been the case in the previous two maps, especially on Lotus, where he was in for G2 here. They want to right the ship.
This was the one that the timeout was about, and you're right. Course correction needed. Beautiful beginning for Valen.
Well, that's a read.
Just a bit of spam, a few bullets, and suddenly Gen.G are the ones on the back foot.
And now I think you can just stack A. There is no chance that Gen.G are going to be ending B without the Viper Wall.
Trent, high and mighty, but he's going to be watched for that beautiful instant res online. Jorgamo brings Trent back in. They've got another plan of action. Lockdown's going to be dropped down. Hunter's Fury going to be used to try and take this one out. The forward position's trying to be played once more. Texture and Charon. Texture dealt with Charon over the top. Dealt with easily enough. Jorgamo now.
No more.
Put this wall up, sticking this defuse. He's got it to half, and he's bought his team that win con once more. Going for the face, going for the peak, and going for the jugular.
Gen.G are hype.
Pit's going to be dropped down. Reactionary from Gen.G, looking to try and survive him. With it all.
It's before the plant. They're running away to B.
They're running away, and G2. He's pushed out. The initiative has been taken from himself, and the knives almost gone entirely. He's another kill there. Refreshal for 12 seconds. They handed the spike. G2 starting to get a run on, starting to get a move on. Going forwards now, knives out. Texture, they've all going to miss, but the rifle still is his backup. The movement can't save him. G2. It's clinical.
What a scramble of a round, what a pivot having to be called.
More. Bit of spam from Trent, reveals his hand with that one, but this is a heavy emphasis. Look at this, G2 placed up, and that's an off-angle out into the open. Any trade inside to Paranoia, swinging, but margins. Barely spotting it out, but sees the rotation now, and Leaf is hard committed. Hard committed indeed, needs some value, needs some kills! Just the grills, getting in the way there, the bars and the jail. Trent is next, on the chopping block, Texture. Taking control and taking over, Karen by his side. Make no
30
mistake.
seconds left. Spike planted.
G might have lost the past few rounds. Jorgamoto still trying to get active, but Ash is instantaneous.
Pressure here onto Foxy9.
Foxy9 is going to be caught. Squeezed, in fact. Too much to watch for, and yet still manages it. Gets the one.
Really solid awareness.
Even expecting the repeat as well. He's holding his crosshair, not running away. He's waiting for the next. He knows that there was a deeper drone, and he knows that Trent was lurking. Jorgamo, Jonah P and Leaf gonna have to put this one together themselves. Just the three of them versus 5. And with the operator,
I think this is where you have to save.
it might be a save.
They're looking like they want to go for it.
Yeah, there's a wall up in front of their faces. Texture's already just absolutely decimating them, destroying them. His team by his side. Relentless. There's no mercy at all. Gen.G. Bite. Round towards the back. This is backup for Valin. Trying to allow him to try and make the play. Dash over, Stinger in hand. But this is it. All collected with the kills over the shoulder. As soon as Texture goes down, you don't match for the rest of the weaponry.
And Ash has been such a pillar for Gen.G. He's been delivering them incredibly important kills, and once more is that rock that Gen.G can rely on. 12 and 5, deals with the eco threat, gets the plant down.
One down.
And though Karen is dropped, it's still a massively uphill battle for G2 if they want to try to win a Thrifty.
It's Nano Swarms, they need kills, they need more than that. They need time.
Last
Running out
player
forward, and
standing.
Munchkin, Ajar with the movement, snappy with the aim. They know exactly where Trent is now. Look at it, layers of util, added on top.
And Texture's taking his op for a walk, looking to see if he can find an opening pick. And it's Valin with a peek, like a rocket ship comes around the...
A long shot. Hunter's Fury committed. That's meant to be a bit of a punish. They hear that drone coming through, and Trent, yeah, he's got that value. Munchkin out of hiding, but second guesses it back towards him. Munchkin, he's perfect with it. Jonah B's been gone, done. Taken out. That's going to be broken out. G2 trying to make this one move and flood straight into the back. They've dealt with most of the side players, and it does now finally leave it all down to Munchkin. Even that snake bite, no chance in hell. Rebounding of all sorts of geometry. That's a full stick. And so G2, a 4-round safety net. Access towards it, but there's nothing else. Yeah,
that is early.
Indeed, and Gen.G, one of their own. Paranoia sweeping forwards. Dart lighting them all up. Ash is finding so much value. Gen.G, god damn man, they can't be stopped. They've lit them all up. They've lit them all up indeed, and Trent is no match.
I think there've been 2, maybe even 3 occurrences where we thought we would see it.
Bodies back over towards B, but they're a little bit late to the party. Trent entrenched here, trying to avoid most of the fire, but Jorgamo cannot. Straight through the smoke, that's Ash, and Leaf caught out wide. 3 to do it all from G2. Gen.G, a methodical, dissecting this map, dissecting the site.
Do they clear Trent? He's about the only hope for G2.
Got to be the problem player in a spot like this, and yes they do. The awareness is all there right now for Gen.G, and where is the first push of Munchkin? Is just sticking this, drops down half, and everybody dies from G. But they're rare. They're not often, and it takes truly exceptional stuff. Valin's gone. What's a TP forwards trying to go for some...
It's pretty immaculate. They've just always got the right read on where G2 are going. Can G2 do anything to catch them off guard?
Deep fight, a snake bite already. It was primed, it was ready. Foxy9's gone, but up and over towards the top. Trent!
Down, B.
It would have to be a masterclass, but he's only got a sheriff and 3 bullets to do it. Does not know where the remaining players could be. Texture is lurking though, lying in wait! And perfect with the shot.
The second half at Haven, a 7-5 half that didn't go their direction, and then they win the pistol. Confident.
Yeah, very confident. It's full armor and a multitude of players from G2, and they're going to be facing with the first one, but Valin was not so lucky!
That's amazing!
Munchkin! Trying to slam the nails into the coffin nice and early. It is answered back. Res is available. Bring one of your players back into the fray. Pick and choose. You choose Trent. He's been monstrous in the clutch. They need it now more than ever. Gen.G are slowly getting a grip onto the site. Leaf is that backup policy, but this is explosive. Dash across and forwards as an operator in his bloody hands. Matters not. The weaponry. Give Texture a spoon. He's going to make you mince meat. Going to be denying this one though. G2 getting onto the plan, wrapping around. And the situation is pressing right now for Karen. Nano Swarm forced out into the open. Isolates the first kill. Shot dart, lay it down, and Trent Save!
You know, put a sheriff in some of these guys' hands.
Texture with the knives just earned up. Munchkin though, decapitated. Texture. It's a fight to be occurring here, and that's it. Shots fired on either side. Texture is hard committed onto it. They're trying to drop and jump all the way straight up, trying to take this fight. It's a weird and wacky one indeed. Double face, double call. Trent delivers again. This team needed it most here, but that's time earned off and puts it. Dart not going to be dealt with. He's trying to find that timing. He does press himself forwards into a pit at least, but he's gone. Down and out. Texture trying to get instinctual as a dart. Okay, wall in his face and a dash backwards. Jonah P at least finds Foxy9. The spike is planted. Mad dash.
I mean, so far, this has been the biggest fumble with the ultimates that you could possibly ask for G2. It's actually allowed them an opportunity to right the ship and avoid the snowball.
Texture creeping. Leaf has his teammates back. He'll step no further. Gen.G still trying to make a go of things. But time has bled away from them here, and G2, in the midst of all of that chaos, somehow persevere.
That is a miracle. It would be devastating for the Korean squad.
Be dire. Leaf might be getting pressed upon here, tested, asked to deliver. And he finds himself ahead. Kairon, pop like a balloon. Drone clearing a lot of the way, spam into the corner. Munchkin still slips his way through, but look at that util. Just paramount to try and push him out and away with a paranoia. Foxy9 is available as a bit of backup, and he's out into the open. What a monstrous shot! There's a jump peak to set them up, but still G2 have the weaponry, they have the guns. Rifles in hand. And it is cheeky plays on order. Leaf will take that timing happily. You can hear it. Scuffling of footsteps, and he knows exactly where he is.
That's really nice. He's onto somebody.
Pressure onto the B players now. It's flipped. Munchkin and Texture.
But nobody B main for G2.
They've got to do it. Valin off from the side
Spike
there.
down B.
Kills exchange is traded out. Foxy9 in through mid, and again, this game of timings, it could happen to any possible player. Leaf wins his, Ash wins out. Jonah P is spotted though, out towards it, top towards kitchen, and Ash is in a precarious spot. Where do you run? The entirety of site is gained by G2. B main control is still theirs. Peeking out wide though, Texture's not scoped up for it. He's slipping away from Gen.G. They've got to try and answer back here. Trent is lucky. Doesn't go down to that one, and Gen.G are the ones falling, crumbling. Ash in a 1v2. The time ticking. Entrenched positions here from the G2 players. Snake bite Ash, sticking, half. Earns himself a possibility, but against two players it would have to be ridiculous. Tough, not being forced out. G2 far too collected.
For me, properly started to get out of control.
Jonah P's got a lot to watch here.
Yeah, there's a big pinch.
Play forward, he just hears the jump, and that just left him correcting for the wrong angle. Kairon.
He's got Trent as well for support.
Gen.G just trying to do the best here. Check Texture, might just get chopped down to the knees, and meanwhile this fight taking place, yes. Chopped down indeed. Cut down before he can make a stand and an attempt of this one. Ash, he's forward now, rifle in hand, and G2 make the call. No hesitation, trying to flip this one around. Paranoia still catches. They're trying to take out Foxy9 before he can get going. To trade and up towards the top. Valin, lights out. They're moving forward. It's a slow, relentless march over towards the A side, and a kill. Collected for Valin.
He won a 1v1.
And
then G2 decided to eco.
Gen.G need these guns. You're so right. If there's any chance for Gen.G though, listen. Man towards the side. Stray shots, peeking out. Leaf, he's found it. Through onto one of the angles. Ash has dropped down. Will there be kills to be collected? Will there be kills to be claimed? Valin with the movement and the Hunter's Fury.
They're accepting the fact, and G2 immediately on the hunt.
No remorse.
Looking to try to deny the guns, deny the weaponry. Leaf, knife out, running them down. The hunt is on.
And they can feel it. Throw caution to the wind, claim the kills, claim their lives. You will take nothing further into the next. Munchkin inside the smoke though, dominating the angle. Shots are fired, wrapping around him though. He's caught that timing, and it's a bullet to the back of the dome. Leaf, instant correcting, blossoming. Fuel is up, players are set in their position. A dash forwards, but Texture's gone. G2, ever the hero, ever Seven Miracle team looking to put the fear of God into everyone at this event.